towards the end of the first season, they're like, hey man, we're going to the second season now. This is how much you're gonna be getting. I'm like, you know what? I'm on. Now I'm on. Now I'm that guy. You know what I mean? And then a week before the season ended, they like, unfortunately, guys, the show has been cancelled.
Damn.
Because of nudity. In my mind, I'm like, they knew this all along.
Holla, holla, holla. What's good and what's poppin', ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome to Weekly Dose of our Trends podcast.
Yes, sir. Another one.
Nah, you guys are doing absolutely amazing, man. I love it for you. I see the internet is going crazy.
Kancane.
Yes.
Biggie Mark Meer.
My man.
Yeah.
My name is Real Makivara. They call me Abutu Ama 2K. Obviously, it is going to be a very interesting interview, or rather episode, because we are going to be hanging out with someone who's doing absolutely amazing. But before we even get there, the superstars are in the building.
Yes,
Introduce yourselves.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Big Jess. Small you, Big Jess, forever and ever. Let's go.
Let us go. Then I get to this Yeah, I know. I'm always late.
How, Mara, you could have adjusted that mic a very long time ago.
Thing is, I'm not used to touching mics.
Cap.
Introduce yourself.
What's up, what's good people? I am your guy, your one and only boy, Denisha, the Levitator, with a triple F, because I'm what?
Fresh, fly, and also fashionable. No?
We're getting it right.
You're not getting it right.
I will at some point.
Oh, no. Wait,
Fresh, fly, and fashionable. I mean, come on.
Mara,
What's
no
my
less,
name?
No less low.
Eh?
No less low.
I
didn't know
get
that.
a fresh out of fresh.
Wait, like, what creme? Wait, it's a little bit
Nah, I didn't know that you're doing it together. But I'll get it right. I mean, what's my name?
DJ Khaled.
Anyway, let's get our guest to introduce himself.
Okay, my name is LinkinlissSA, guys. I'm a rapper, singer, songwriter, model / actor, content creator,
Issue.
entrepreneur,
Issue.
You here for the bag?
everything.
Yes. Love it loads.
So obviously, family tradition, but today I'm going to give you guys an option. Do you guys want to do smash or pass, or you want to do funny riddles?
Smash or pass, please.
Bathong
Nadi really say young pitlela, man, especially with this class next to me.
But you don't gonna...
Young pitlela, so let's smash and grab. Or smash and pass.
Hey, but he's a
Born.
skibenga. Every time he's like, smash and grab.
Smash and grab. There's going to be a grab there. There's going to be a grab. So
But it's all up to you, man. The ball
What
is
do
in
you
the
feel
court.
like doing?
I feel like making you guys think
Okay.
for the most part. So we're going to do the funny riddles because smash or pass is very easy. You don't have to think.
Yeah.
You just... And also, you guys don't want to give reasons as to why you want to smash the person and why
What
you want to
smash and pass, we get to know people's types, especially if they have to choose between people. But then, do you, man? Do you?
I'm going to do me like how I
Okay.
always have failed relationships because I'm doing me.
Woof.
Number one.
Too early. Too early.
I'm sorry. What do you call a fake noodle?
What do you call a fake noodle?
You know, like noodle is along the lines of your spaghetti,
noodle.
macaroni, pasta.
Spaghetti.
And I gave you guys a hint there, by the way.
An imposter.
An imposter. There we go.
Okay, big shout out. Big
See,
shout out.
That was easy. So you guys can do this.
It's not easy.
It is easy. I mean, I'm gonna hint for you guys.
I'm not good with riddles, though.
Okay, I'm gonna go in hot then.
Okay, cool.
Let's see.
Second one.
Okay.
Okay, cool. What do you call a can opener that doesn't work?
A can't opener.
You see, she's getting them. It is.
This is Big Jess's show.
I promise.
I'm a smart bitch, guys.
She knows nothing about these. She knows nothing about these. I am tall. And when I'm being lit up, I cry.
A candle.
A candle.
Okay.
Okay, we're getting
So you
a
see,
point to us. Big shout out, brother. Big shout out.
I was not gonna get that one.
really?
Why does the candle cry? Because of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wax.
The wax.
Another one.
Should I give you another one from the top of my head, or should I just give you the
Do
difficult
you?
one? Because
Like we said.
when I'm reading, you guys are not getting it, but when I'm just saying it, you guys get it.
Okay.
When you walk, I follow.
Shadow.
It's a shadow.
It's a shadow. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So now we're gonna go back to the real business.
All right.
All right.
Why? What do you call? Okay, cool. I told my wife she was drawing her eyebrows too high. What did she do after I said that?
She looked surprised.
She looked surprised. Oh, shit, man. You guys are not getting
Sorry,
it.
guys. Sorry for being the star of the show.
Okay.
It's my interview now, nigga.
Not the type of games that you wanna play.
Okay, the last one. I promise. What do you call a bear? Oh, sorry. What do you call a bear with no socks on? What do you call a bear? That is a hint. With no socks on.
Barefoot.
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 There we go.
Big shout out.
Now the show can start, good people.
Yeah, very interesting, man. You do music?
Yeah, I do.
You're an entrepreneur. I've seen your fashion line. You also do
model.
modeling and acting. Very interesting. But then before you even discovered all these different talents, take us back to where it all began, where you were born, what was happening in your life. Like, just paint a picture for us.
Okay, cool. So I'm a kid from Soweto. Sotra Lotwa. So that's the only place I grew up in. That's the only place I know. Right. So I'm what most people know as Ipene Plus, right? I'm one of those guys that grew up in Soweto. And I grew up with a single parent. My mom raised me, but my dad was around at some points in my life. So grew up as a very shy kid, and I understand not really talkative until I got to a certain age where I was more of like a people pleaser type.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah. And then that's when I started being a talker, right? So I would speak for days, make people laugh. But I was one of those guys that, girls would like being around me, but never wanted to date me. I'm like, why? Like they're going nowhere. Like they're going nowhere without me, but like they'll make sure whether I have money or not to get to, okay, sharp. The cabs have been hired. Siavaya, where's Lincoln?
Yeah.
There's no way we're vying without him. So I was that kid, and the whole idea of music started the idea was sparked when I was doing grade 7.
Yeah.
So that's how I used to get girls.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Singing, right? So singing was my talent from a young age. So Bengcule Sontweni, went to church, lead of the choir. Didn't put myself there. Everyone wanted me to be the leader of the choir. So that's where it all started, and then the modeling started. But I didn't start doing music then.
Yeah.
So that was just me. That was the idea being sparked right there.
Yeah.
And also I went to high school with this other guy, so shout out to him. He was one of the guys that were like, hey, Donna, you have a voice. Okay, you have a voice, right? So Sfiso was like, Donna, you have a voice. Let's use it, right? So Sfiso made me use my voice for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
What are the wrong reasons?
It was like an icebreaker. So when we get to a girl, please tell us something. We just want to, you know what I mean? So that was Fiso, and I guess that's where it all started, because that's where we started writing songs. And and then the modeling started when I started working out. I started working out, started taking care of myself, because growing up I was just a sports young man. I understand. And then I started working out because I like training. Started working out, I started looking good, and then, that's when the modeling people were like, yo, dog, why don't you do modeling? But I had some gold teeth. So
Is
I went, So I went to an agency and approached them, and I was like, hey man, I want to be a model. Where do I start? And they were like, you start by taking off those gold teeth.
Wait, was it like the L-shaped one, the
No, the
U-shaped
full-
one?
Any other gold?
One tooth.
On top. Oh.
Yeah.
The front,
Any other
the
gold
tube.
is not allowed in
Nah,
the industry.
These ones.
Oh.
Did you guys know
like-
that though?
Yeah?
Did you guys know that golds are not allowed in
At all.
especially in the acting space,
Presenting space. as
modeling
well.
space, presenting? Yeah, well, they can
I've
do
only
you a
seen
favor sometimes.
one.
Yeah.
But then also that option or that exception thing, it
Exactly.
takes a lot
Yeah.
in order for it to be like taken into consideration.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So that's where I started the modeling, and then fell in love with fashion because of modeling.
Yeah.
And then the rest is history. And then as for acting, I only did one show, guys. Right,
What show was it?
The Black Door.
Nice. Okay.
I was on the Black Door as one of the
Shout
naked
out.
guys there. Shout out.
Big shout out. Big
That
shout
was
out.
me. Yeah.
How are the girls now? Because you did say that girls were rejecting you back in the days, but now you're taking care of yourself.
Eish.
You've grown now. So how's the dating pool for you now?
It's crazy.
I'm sure
as
you
a
have
matter
all of
as a
them.
matter of fact, at this point, if you can actually see it happen, you might think I'm lying when I tell you it was hard back then.
Yeah.
It was really hard getting a girl back then, but now it's crazy. Now I don't even. It has gotten to a point where, I like to take, just exercise my power. I'm like, impress me type thing.
Yeah, sure.
Tell me why should I pick you out of
You know what I
the
mean?
rest?
Yeah, it has gotten to that point now. So yeah,
Okay, right.
we good now.
I mean, you mentioned so many things that you are doing in the industry, right? But I want to start with music first.
Okay.
So, what's your process of writing your music? And, what does it take to put together a song from you as an individual?
A story, number one. You need a story, right? I believe sometimes I write music based on other people's stories. It doesn't have to be my story,
Yeah.
right? But most of the time I write about my own story. And the process is like, first I get the story, right? And then secondly, it depends what type of music I'm making. If it's, because I'm a versatile artist, I can rap, as I've mentioned, I can sing. Right now, my main focus is soulful piano and house music, electro, but expect anything from me. So the thing is, first get a story. Secondly, if it's rap, then I have to write. If it's, dance music and I'm having fun, then I freestyle, because that
Makes
comes
sense.
with the feeling. Yeah.
That makes sense.
And now, you did mention that you were at some point in time appointed to be a choir leader,
Yeah.
meaning that your vocals are really that good.
I want to hear those vocals.
the
And
time.
by what do you mean
At
at
the
the
time.
time?
At the time.
Disclaimer at the time.
At the time.
Yeah.
And obviously in grade 7, you would use your voice
Yeah.
to impress. But now they gotta impress you because the tables have turned.
It has gotten to that point.
And
Thank
at
God.
some point in time, have you ever thought of having a song where you add your vocals and you also rap? Just giving people a fuse of every element that you can do, but in one song.
So when I was doing hip hop, usually that's what I would do. I would feature myself on a track. I'd have
Type
two
shit.
artists, me and me, on a track. Yeah.
But I want to hear those vocals, man. Give us a note or
At the
two.
time, hey, not anymore, man. Not anymore.
What do you mean
It
not
was
anymore? What's happening now?
I rely on auto-tune.
Yeah.
I rely on auto-tune. Auto-tune puts me on. Shout out
But
to
you can sing, right?
shout
Big
out to
shout out
auto-tune.
to Auto-Tune.
Yeah, but you need to know how to sing.
Uh,
Auto-tune doesn't,
but just a line, Chief. If I knew,
Aish.
everyone in this room would be listening to me now.
I wouldn't even be conducting
guess
this
it's-
Listen.
conversation.
I guess it's also this thing of, now it's you have to impress me. So that's why maybe I have lost that thing of, let me sing.
Apart then from rapping,
Rapping, maybe I could give you a line or two, maybe.
and you need to be careful. There's the biggest rapper in the room.
The biggest rapper.
Yeah,
Hersky.
yeah, so
Hersky.
Now I'm no longer gonna
give us a
rap.
bite too.
I don't think I can rap anymore. What do you mean?
I never, Chief.
It just made me scared, bro.
Don't be.
It just made me scared. But yeah, let me think of something.
Just about you. I mean, you never know who's
Can
watching.
I cuss? Can I cuss?
Yes.
Yeah,
By all means.
Okay.
by all means.
Oh, I forgot my raps.
I mean, even if it's something from
Yeah,
your
that's
old,
what I'm
Even
thinking.
an
your old,
That's what I'm
existing
thinking.
song.
yeah,
Yeah.
catalog. We just want to hear what we're dealing with here.
I see my future gleam. Smoke, see, but I don't smoke.
Now we're putting you on the spot.
It'll come
It'll
to
come.
you. When
It'll
it comes to
come.
you, you
It'll
must
come.
be like, hey, yo, I said.
But I mean,
Maybe you must lead.
we
Eh.
can
Just a
also
bar?
get a point of reference from when you used to impress. How would you impress?
By singing.
Yes.
So you want me to sing?
Yeah. How you would back then.
Guys,
Back then.
that song specifically.
Yeah.
I would sing for girls, man. We'll put girls' name in there. And we'll change it. So we'd go to a girl and say, this is your song. Your name is in it. And then we'll go to another girl, put another name on the same song. And say, this is your song. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, guys. Okay, so my name is Ashley. But guys.
No, you get in there. I hear the voice.
Your name is Ashley.
No, you get in there.
Alright, guys. Okay, let's come back to the singing. I'll
Okay.
definitely do it for you before I leave.
Okay. All right.
We'll
I'm
definitely-
thinking
no
of
probs.
something.
You
All
think
right,
of
have
something?
a drink,
Yeah.
warm up.
Yeah.
It's still too early, Nani,
Yeah.
guys. Like, he just arrived and he's already saying, sing.
I just arrived.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
just arrived.
All right, so let's get into it. So obviously there was growing up in Soweto,
Yeah.
and there was the school side of life. You know, there was primary school, and then there was high school, and then after high school, you had to make a conscious decision that is going to stay with you forever, which is you need to decide what it is that you want to do for the rest of your life or for that short period of time. What did you decide on when you left high school?
It's crazy because I didn't have a plan. The only thing I thought of was I need to be a billionaire. By hook or by crook, I need to be a billionaire. And I didn't know how to go about it, but I knew that a 9 to 5 is not going to give that to me.
Yeah.
But also I knew I can't just make it from nowhere, right? Because at that point, I didn't think I was going to pursue music, a career in music or modeling. It started 2019. That was way after high school, right? So at the time, I was like, hey, let me get a job and go to school. So I registered at a university, did accounting,
Yeah.
first year, second year. And then in the middle of my third year, because it was a 4-year course, right? Hey, music was there. So I'll take my books when I'm studying and I'm reading my books, and all of a sudden now rhymes come to my head, and then I start taking the other book and I write my rhymes instead of studying, right? And then this how I ended up failing this, and I knew this is not for me, right? So I stopped pursuing the school. So I guess everything that I'm doing was not me making a decision to say, you know what, I want to do this. It just chose me, I guess. You know what I mean? Because I started writing my rhymes when I was going to work. I used to work at a retail store. So I started writing my rhymes going to work because it was a 2-hour trip from home to work.
Yeah.
Where did you stay and where did you work?
Deep Soweto, and I used to work at Woodmeat.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I used the bus, so that's the thing. It takes a detour
Yeah,
type
around.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I'm not a person who dlala ama game. Game. You never find games on my phone, so I'd rather try something. So I used to write poems on my way to work, and I was like, okay, this sounds cool.
That's how
You know,
a lot
I
of musicians actually start.
You get me?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then it switched to rap because I had a friend who was like, Donna, this doesn't sound like rap. It sounds like a poem. It doesn't have a flow to it. And then I added the swag, and then it became rap. And then I recorded my first song, and it was that. You know, that's how I met one of the most amazing people in my life right now. You know, I appreciate him. My brother right there.
Big
you know.
shout out.
Big
one
shout out, big
time.
shout out.
Big shout out. But also, growing up in Soweto, man, and when you look at Soweto today, I mean, we all know what's happening. Mautiko Kasi, unemployed, and all that. What do you think is not going right with them? Because there's people like you that made it out of the hood, and they continue to strive and do big things. So, what do you think is wrong? Kukasi.
Specifically where I come from, I'd say there's no role models. That's why I'm trying to become that for them. There's no role models, like Aslam.
But do we need role models to make it? I mean, your life, your responsibility, your
We look up
career,
to
your
they
choices.
are role models, but they're doing wrong things. You know, we look up to the wrong people. You know, there's there's obviously a guy. Usually the people that we'd look up to, Ekasi, is the guy out there who has a nice beamer and a nice, beautiful looking colored girlfriend. You know, spinny car is a spinner. I
Yeah.
understand that. Yo, we are Sachua and he has the nicest girl and he has money nyana. You know, there's a plasma in his back room. You know what I mean? That's who we look up to. And we're like, you know, if you can get to that guy's level, then that's it. But shout out to the internet. We saw more than just what we saw at Gas. You understand?
Yeah,
Mina, I went to school in a colored community, so I didn't go to school at Kastam. You understand? So there, I'd actually see kids being brought to school in Imoto. You understand? And I'm like, yo, Kaslami, you'll never find this. You know what I mean? So I guess I was privileged enough to experience the other side. You know, even though the neighborhood was rough also, but it had a suburb to it.
Yeah.
So I could see the other side of life. We go to K-Sharp. It's, you know, it's not just about that one Pro Rekasi who has those things that I just mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with the music that you make, what kind of impact are you hoping to bring to people, or what emotion are you hoping to evoke from those people?
You know, we live in a negative world, right? You know, there's a lot of negativity, you know. So I just wanted to be the positive in the negative, right? So you hear so much, like you can go on social media right now, there's a lot of negative going on. You know what I mean? So
All
I
the
just wanted
time.
to, you get what I mean? So I feel like I'm one person who changed. I feel like I became what I am, and I'm still becoming, right? I became what I am because of the negative in my life.
Yeah.
You know, the not being wanted by girls, the, you know, no one really gave a fuck about me, if I may put it that way.
Yeah.
I was always that kid, that funny kid, very funny, have a personality and all that, but like, you know, no one really gave a fuck about me. You know, I was overlooked. So I changed that because of the negative. So I feel like I want to have that impact. You know, I want other kids to, you know, see me and say, you know what, I want to be that guy. I'm this kid right now. I feel like I'm where he was, and I want to become him and even better. So
That makes sense.
Yeah,
That
Yeah,
makes
so
sense.
negatives make better pictures. Something about those old pictures with the negatives.
yeah,
So that's powerful.
yeah.
You started as a rapper. Now you are singing.
Singing, yes.
So if you were to choose between the two now, what did you go for? What's working for you now?
Singing, man. Singing is where the money's at. You know, rap, I did rap because, like I said, I started with poetry, right?
Yeah.
And rap is the closest thing to poetry, right?
Rap is poetry, rhythm and
It
poetry.
is. It is. I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
a great example can be Youngstana. Youngstana started rapping, later jumped into singing, and you can tell by the way in which he writes
things
his
he's
songs are
saying,
that
what he's
yes,
The writer.
crazy.
So, but for
Crazy.
me, let's keep the bottom line. The bottom line, I did this thing because I wanted the money. Like I told you, man. When I left high school, when I left high school, I was like, you know what? I want the money. Me, I want to be a billionaire.
we're gonna talk
And
about
it all goes
money.
back to what? It all goes back to me being a kid who no one gave a fuck about. You know what I mean? So I wanted to be that guy that is so important when I walk in. It's like impress me, not in a asshole type of way. You know, but like I wanted to be that guy that matters. You know, at the end of the day. So I worked hard, and I was like, I want the money.
Most
You know.
certainly.
Yeah, so I guess me changing to singing was me following, you know, where the money's at. Because hip hop at some point was big in SA, right? That's when I was rapping. And then things changed post COVID.
Yeah.
And then now my piano is doing the things. And I was like, okay, let me try that out. You know, not that I didn't know where. I knew I could sing and I knew I could rap. You know, so I was like, okay, Sharp, if I can do both, then why not try
Why
this thing
not?
out?
Why not?
You know, yeah.
But what do you think of the state of hip hop in our country? This is the same conversation that I always have with Big Jess, right? Because she's super talented, but you know, I feel like at some point hip hop kinda, then it's slowly going up. So, what do you think needs to be done? You know, to obviously maintain and make sure that that genre stays at the top, because it introduced us to a whole lot of artists a whole lot of artists.
Facts. I feel like it's people like me that are, have taken away from hip hop. You know, I used to do hip hop and I used to do it so well. And it's people like me that, change because of this hunger.
Yeah.
Right? It's not a negative thing. I changed because I was chasing a dream. So I had that hunger in me to say, you know what, I want to make money. So I'm not going to stay loyal to hip hop. I'm not making anything from hip hop. So I'm not going to stay there. Right? So I'm actually changing because of this hunger that I have inside of me. I want to be this guy.
Yeah.
Right? And I can't be loyal to, you know what girls do, man. I feel like I'm doing what girls do.
Actually, there's a conversation that we didn't have, actually.
Yeah.
So after your interview with, is it DJ Slick?
Switch.
Oh,
Put me on
DJ Switch, yeah. So I hit him up. I'm like, yo, bro, I loved the interview so much, and you look like you're someone who has knowledge about hip hop. At some point, I felt like hip hop is dying, but I see the great work that you guys are doing to make sure that the genre stays at the top. You know what was his reply? If you think hip hop is dead, then there's nothing to talk about. I'm like, dude, we are inviting you to the podcast so that we can revive this thing. You know, we need to talk about it. We need to put it out there so that people can actually see that there are great people. I mean, I listen to Big Jess all the time. Dude. I go crazy over her music all the time.
Still say till today.
She said to me,
Chillers.
the fact that you believe that hip hop is dead, there's nothing to talk about. And I'm like, what an arrogant man.
I don't think it's even about arrogance. You know, there's so much more to South African hip hop than what people are paying attention to, right? Because I kind of feel like everybody is looking at what is their current hype, right?
Yeah.
And in as much as you brought Young Stunner as a prime example, the lyrics that he writes, you take the time and then you listen, right? Same thing applies to hip hop as well. When you listen, actually, hip hop carries more message than any other genre. I'm sorry. I know that Amapiano does the same thing, but hip hop,
Big facts.
hip hop.
I know.
But you know
I know.
what's crazy? Even Amapiano has that hip hop element to it. The writing, right? The writing in Amapiano. That's why the greatest Amapiano artists were rappers.
And look, it's not about hype all the time, right? I mean, look at your Prince KB. Prince KB got into the industry with the same sound. He's still doing the same sound, and people love it. It's not about the hype all the time.
Preference.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, you are catering for a whole lot of people out there.
No, but he means like in general.
In general,
Like
the majority.
right now, that instant gratification plays a huge role because we want what's hot now. And because when something is hot, we're all there. We drain, and then it fell fast. Then we're looking for the next fix, the next high. That's why things don't last. Like music does not last. Think of hits that last year or even this year.
Yeah,
Any
especially
hits.
with Amapiano
Jolabam,
Cats.
look at Jolabam. Right? That was fire song.
Oh, listen.
We were there, everyone, every day, right? Now, if someone plays it, you're like, hey,
Just like M. Nike. You know, same thing.
M. Nike is also the
you get what I'm
song.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's just that thing, Yoguti, we always looking for the next fix because we have so much access to everything, be it music, content, yonke, we have so much of it that we're going to drain it fast. Back then, music consumption was a personal experience. Now, it's, hey, Gift likes it. Let me check it out.
Let me check it out.
Okay, mang. So everyone, you get what I'm saying. So music is no longer as personal. The personal music is the one that you find by yourself. The one that you don't play when you're with your boys. That's you. But yeah, type shade.
Think about you,
Shout
Vivian.
out, big
Well,
shout out,
apparently it's not
big shout
Vivian,
out.
but Givian.
Yeah.
You know, and your Sabrina Claudios and your Alina Baraz. You know, these are like the type of music that you listen to by yourself because you understand the music. But when you play it with other people, it's just like, what the fuck are you playing? Don't understand this thing. But back to you, right? So there was music, there's rapping, and there's also my favorite thing in the planet, modeling.
Oh, you're a model too?
I wish.
Yeah, take him. He must go model, Vel.
I did, but it's crazy.
Get agency.
Yeah.
He will give you advices.
Boy,
Get agencies, you know,
My
so we
thing-
can make money with
My
you.
thing with modeling is I did attend a modeling course, you know,
Yeah.
because it is, I still love it, you know. But the thing about it is that I'm a very harsh critique to myself. in terms of my appearance. When I was still in modeling, I would pay very specific attention to how my face looks, how my body looks. You know, people will tell you that you look great, like there's nothing wrong with you, but I would always find something that I would be like, actually, we need to fix that. For me, it was just a personal decision that I had to make to be like, maybe for me to be able to reason with myself and introspect with myself and like come to terms with myself is let me just be by myself and figure things out outside of everything else. But I do have friends who are in the modeling space. You know, I know people who are in the modeling space.
But don't you figure things out as you go?
That's the thing. You know, one moment I enjoy being skinny. The next moment, I feel like I need to go to the gym and like
cheeks.
bulk up a little bit. The next moment, I'm just like, we flat here. Let's just grow something.
Yeah.
Then the next moment, I'm just like, I don't want that. You know, like I just have that inconsistency when it comes to, you know, my body and stuff. And that's because in modeling, you have editorial and then you have commercial. And I've been exposed a lot to commercial because with commercial, I don't really have to worry a lot. It's all about the delivery, you know. But with editorial, on the other hand, they look for specific, your height, body type, how you're going to look when you wear the clothes, when you walk on the runway or when you take the pictures. But I just want to know from you,
Okay.
why? Okay, I know that you did say that you went to the gym, you looked good, and then you started doing modeling.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's more to that.
In what sense?
In a sense that why would you choose to go into the modeling space? And when you go to the modeling space, did you decide if you want to do commercial, if you want to do editorial, if you want to do runway?
Okay. So here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
So with modeling also, like I said, it was people telling me, dog, try this thing out. You know?
Yeah.
And there's someone that was coming for everything. I was like, I'm leaving no stone unturned. So it was not a thing of, I want to be a model type thing. You know, I'm like, I'm leaving no stone unturned. If people see it in me, then it means it's there.
It's there.
You know what I mean? So I knocked on the right doors and people were like, okay, I first knocked on the wrong doors. Let's get that out of the way. So I knocked on the wrong doors. And
Which are those wrong doors, by the way?
Where they
Think
just-
about it. Why are you still answering
the wrong
that?
doors is where they just take your money and then they're like, okay, you are our model. Here's a contract. And
Okay.
then you sit at home
Okay.
for the rest of the year.
All right. All right.
That's the wrong doors.
Okay.
Right. And then eventually I got into the right doors, and I feel like going into the right doors, it's like people taking you, like holding you in your sandal and saying, you know what, Asa, let's do this. You have this and I'll guide you through it and you're gonna do it and you're gonna become successful at it. You know, so for me, I didn't really choose. I didn't even know there was runway. I only knew of runway. I didn't know there was commercial. I didn't know that those are models. I thought those were actors. To be quite honest. Right? I thought the commercial models were actors. I was like, okay, low actor advertise. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I didn't know they models, right? So I learned mangena. So the thing was, I'm not tall either. You know. So they were like, the height, you have to be a commercial model. And then I went for a lot of auditions, and usually they know who they want already before you guys even come, right? They know who they want, and usually it's the guys with the followers. So I was like, I'm getting those followers. I'm not giving up on this thing. So that's how it all went down for me. You know? And then usually now I get my gigs. I don't even need an agency anymore. I get my gigs via DM. And they're like,
It makes sense. How's the industry treating you now with everything that is happening in your life and, you know, how you look? Because I know that there's a lot of lust in the industry. So how is it treating you? And how do you deal with people that want a piece of you in exchange of work, maybe?
it's crazy because I keep bumping into that. I keep bumping into that. I can't. You know, sometimes I wish,
Yeah.
if this is the only way, why can't it be my type? If it's my type, then I'm done. You know, then I'm doing it, then it's out. Because if it's my type, then
win-win.
It's
a
always-
win-win.
You know what
It's
I
a
mean?
win-win. It's a win-win.
It's always
But-
the ones we don't want.
you
Of
know what I
course.
mean? And most of the time it's guys, man. It's politicians. It's you know. In the DMs.
Drop Mavito. Let's drop the
we-
names.
We can't. People's names are expensive.
Wait a damn minute. You said what? How? Why? When? What?
Politicians.
I'm being for real. It's politicians. It's
Niggas hit you
industry.
up.
It's industry. It's people that run the industry.
Guys, this thing is real, hey? This thing happened
In South Africa.
in
Right
South
now.
Africa. And you know how you know that it's happening, right? Yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? I went to Melville. I opted not to drive to go with an Uber, obviously, because I was gonna go drink.
Yeah.
When we get there, you see this big BMW study politician. They saw Melville. And I'm like, these are supposed to be,
Reputable
government
people.
What are they doing? Go groove.
But then aren't they
Who
human
are
as
they
well?
gonna be living with?
Maybe let me just ask, aren't they human as well?
They are. I mean, they are.
But
But at the end
Spencer
of the
how
day,
doesn't allow for you to be
True,
human.
true.
Kakoloyedi texts tsa rona.
but I want to ask
100%.
something, guys.
Boy.
Ne? I want to ask
Emergence.
something very interesting. So, would you sleep with someone in an exchange of a job and someone who's your type?
Why me?
No. It's a general
gonna
question.
ask
We
everybody.
all, yeah.
Oh, sorry, what is your question? I wasn't listening.
Yeah. Would you do that?
Would I do what?
Would you sleep with someone?
Get a job.
Yeah, in exchange of a job.
Get a job in exchange
An
of a job.
entertainment job, basically, yeah.
And sorry, maybe let's try that again.
Oscar, round. The question is very straightforward.
Would I sleep for a job?
Yes.
Like, would I sleep my way to the top?
Yes.
Ish.
Ish.
My prob-
Especially if the person is your type.
Oh.
that's the question.
Here's the thing, ne? And I struggle a lot with it. And I, unfortunately, I haven't reached a place where I'm like, maybe just Taylor for thinking like that.
Yeah.
But I'm a hyper independent person. And I think maybe that's my problem. I would rather work.
We all are.
No.
We all
There's-
are.
That's the thing. Like I said, even with the previous interview, I'd like to hear other people's point of view compared to mine. I know that I would rather work my way to the top, no matter how hard it is, than to sleep my way to the top. That is just me personally. And right now, it's like you're trying to interject with what I'm saying because,
Yeah.
but I can't tell you what you want to hear because this is based on me.
I'm not interjecting, right? Let's say, you don't have what you are doing. Your dreams are solely in the entertainment industry because what you are saying is from the fact that you have a stable job, everything is going well in your life.
But how did that
let's say
stable
you are-
job come about?
Yeah?
How did that stable job come about? Let me give you an overview.
It's hard work. It's fine. Let's say you're just an ordinary
Bon,
person.
I'm giving you an overview. Before the stable job, there was varsity. I got exposed to a lot of things in
I
varsity.
feel like you're missing out.
That's the thing. Hence, I'm saying, Lohore, maybe I haven't reached the point where I can feel like I'm missing out. But based on what I'm doing right now, I am very, very, very comfortable with what I'm doing. But then in varsity, on the other hand, I had to be exposed to a lot of different people in a lot of different industries who would say, Lohore, let me help you out, but you got to do this for me. That's just not who I am.
So the person is your type? Oh, you wanted to say something?
Yeah. But sometimes they don't even come like that. That's the crazy thing.
Exactly.
Sometimes they know what you want. You know what I mean? Because they look at your bio and go, oh, he's doing this, that, that, and they come exactly with that. And like, hey, bro,
Let me holler at
I'm
you.
this guy. You know what I mean? I'm this guy, and come, let me help you out. And then they don't tell you what they want.
Right away. That's
when-
my chat.
That's when you have to, as a person, say, hey, man, okay, I appreciate the fact that you're trying to help me, but what is in it for
What's
you?
the catch?
Why
What's the
do you
catch?
want to help me? You don't know me. You know what I mean? And most guys don't do that. And they just find themselves in compromising
Messy
positions.
situations.
Yeah.
I mean, can't we link this to like, hypothetically speaking, being with somebody with money and they want to like do stuff for you, and you just live comfortably? I'm just trying to match the two, because there's also been that as well. But
Yeah.
me being me, I would rather.
Would you?
Hey, guys, first of all, I don't like people.
Number one.
That would be a very difficult task. By like people, I mean, it takes a lot for me to like somebody, be attracted to somebody. And it'll be a desert if I'm not attracted to you. You get what I'm saying? So,
If someone is your type, though.
I mean, what are your intentions? You trying to date or you trying to smash? Because this box is, I got a firebox, nigga. You're not going to hit and dip. Are you crazy?
Okay.
No ways, dog. No ways. So absolutely the fuck not. And I think it sucks for me because I believe in myself a lot. And if I'm great at something, I'll do it my damn self. Keep it.
What about you? You didn't answer the question.
I do it.
course.
If it's
And
my
I'll tell
type,
you why. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Look, I'm good at what I do, right?
Yeah.
That I can tell you for free. I'm a broadcaster at heart. I can kill it anytime. But if someone is my type,
bro, you'd hit anyway.
exactly.
Nah, I mean,
Ke a tlhatlhamolla.
And I cannot type.
If someone is my type-
I need to see where your mindset
You
is
know-
at.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes. That's why I say it takes a lot.
But what if you're already attracted to the person in that sense?
Okay, then
I
that's
think the
different.
fuck not, because what do you think I am? Like, do you like me or you just want my box? That's what we need to establish.
Okay, but I want
But
your
guys,
box,
this
but
thing's
I'm putting
happening.
you on.
Eh?
Also, I'm putting you on. I want your box. You like
Hell
me.
no,
so
I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction to say, yeah, there's a fire. She got a firebox. I put her on. Fuck that. No ways.
All right, so let's tap into acting then.
Okay.
How's the acting treating you so far, and what are your plans in the acting space?
Okay, so the acting I decided to put on hold for a while, right? Because I can't do too many things at once.
Yeah.
So I decided to put the acting on hold. And that's, I don't know if I should say this, but I was on the black door, right? I was on the black door there. I'm Dark Bahama, you know. Twitter is going crazy, right? Okay, sharp. I'm that brood. I don't even have Twitter. People are telling me this, right? I'm that brood. Okay, sharp. I'm doing this thing. And then they promise us, okay, sharp, gents. You know, when you first get your first gig acting, you don't get paid that much.
True.
But they promise you that, you know what, this is the first season. We all start there. You know, and you find yourself in other positions where you around like certain people that you never thought you could ever find yourself around. I found myself around those people and I'm like, okay, sharp, we're going somewhere here. And I have so and so in my phone. Okay, I'm that guy now. Bear in mind, I'm still in the hood.
Yeah.
You know, I'm that guy in the hood. You know, everyone wants to be close to me. So I'm doing this acting thing. I'm going there every twice, 3 times or 4 times a week. I'm there doing my thing. And towards the end of the first season, they're like, hey, man, we're going to the second season now. This is how much you're going to be getting. I'm like, you know what? I'm on. Now I'm on. Now I'm that guy. You know what I mean? And then a week before the season ended, they like, unfortunately, guys, the show has been cancelled
Damn.
because of
Damn.
because of nudity. In my mind, I'm like, they knew this all along. They knew this all along. There's no way they knew a week before.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And the show carried on as another show, like they put another name to it, but it's still the same thing. So I was like, nah, no. man.
Exploitation.
You know.
Yeah.
So I decided to put that on hold. But in the future, definitely I'd like to go back to acting. You know, because I feel like I have it in me, you know, and a lot of people saw that in me. You know. So yeah, I feel like it's something that I would want to pursue in the future.
So
Would
like,
you-
sorry, yeah, you can.
Would you say that's like the harshest reality that you've ever been like exposed to in the entertainment industry? Because
I think the gatekeeping is worse. I think
That's worse because they want to sleep.
who gatekeeps?
People that want to sleep with you. If you
Yeah,
don't sleep with
those
them,
pe-
you
those
don't get a
people.
job.
and they actually
Yeah.
come with receipts. They're like, hey man, if you do this, here's everything. The contract is here. Yeah, the contract is here. You can actually become a millionaire by tomorrow. You can drive your Porsche by tomorrow.
But
We
wha-
got you.
Okay, like I think also
Yeah.
I think that's how industries get ruined, because people who don't have the passion want themselves in there for whatever, right?
Yeah.
And they can
'Cause-
do whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because now if I'm someone who's big in the industry and I'm pushing this project that we're gonna shoot, and I hire Gift to get these people, and the people that Gift gets, he wants to smash, they decline. Now the project is missing out on talented people. The money is not. I give out the money. That's the sad thing about it, right?
Yeah.
Like if I say this is what we're doing, you tell me what you're gonna need. I give you the money, and you tell me, okay, these actors are gonna be getting 100,000 each. this one because Gista auto 250 per season. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when it gets to the actors, no, bro, you're only gonna get like 10,000 per episode or what. I don't know how it's calculated. You get what I'm saying? So people who are greed driven and who want the easy way out ruin the culture of things. That's why we're having this. Because I'm thinking now, as an artist myself, I'm not popping or anything, but with the little that I have and the connections that I have and people that I know, I'm always out to help someone else. Like, yo, I saw your page. I think you should do this, this, this. Okay, you're a dope rapper. Let me link you up with Gift. You guys can do that. With like not expecting anything in return, only for the culture.
The unfortunate part is, people
need-
do stuff. But
Yeah.
with everything that is happening, social media booming, social media building brands, what do you think needs to be done then in order to make sure that things are done properly in the industry? Because these things still happen up until today. And these are some of our things that we need to cancel, really, because we are super talented. You know, we are hungry, power hungry for success. What do you think can be done better in order to change how things are done in the industry now?
I think there needs to be some checking. Like people need to check. I don't know who, but there's supposed to be people that are really checking ukuthi abantu imisebenzi bayithola ngendlela right.
But what can we do as individuals that are interested in the industry, that are power hungry for success booming on social media? Because I want to believe that if we're going to give that responsibility to the next person, obviously, you know, it might fall into cracks. But we are here, we are on the forefront, we are musicians, we are actors, we are presenters. What should we do? What needs to be done for that narrative to change?
I feel like we need to talk about it, number one. You know, we need to have that conversation and say, you know what, this and this and this and this happened and I'm experiencing it. You know what? I think that's the starting point. And it's not everyone that is fucked up in the industry.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
and I feel like we need to give those people that are not fucked up their flowers, because I don't think they're getting their flowers.
Yeah.
You know, nobody knows about those people.
Actually.
You know what I mean? So we need to make those people known and say, you know what? Try that guy. That guy will put you on. You know what I mean? Forget about these guys. Try that one. You know, I feel like those people that are really, really about the culture, they're not known. You know, let's make those people known. Let's give them their flowers. That's the only way I feel like this thing can change.
Bajole, what's tomorrow, no man? How?
Levajola, levanyizi.
Bajole,
I feel like it's a
we don't
power
want to
thing.
sleep with
I feel
them.
like
It's a power thing.
I feel like
it's a power thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Because I was about to say, given that we spoke about lust in the industry, you know, lust is everywhere, not just only in the industry.
But in the entertainment industry, it's a lot.
Well, now the entertainment industry is public. You know?
Exactly.
That's
my
why
point.
we know more about it. And then we have the corporate space, which is not as public. I mean, that one is just like we are rendering services because we need to give them to people, but we don't really know what happens behind closed doors, you know?
Yeah.
Type shit.
So loss is something that is there, but in terms of how can this be corrected, I don't think a conversation is going to cut it, honestly speaking, right?
A conversation that has names in it will cut it, because if I'm to expose you, most likely not gonna do it. A conversation that has name dropping will do something.
Unless
You
you're
see.
powerful, because you can expose me, and I'm like,
But
you exposed me, then what, little girl?
then here's the
Nothing's gonna
thing.
happen to
But
me.
in the right platforms.
The thing about it is that you can be powerful, but if there's a pattern of things being reported about you, that's
Yeah.
what brings attention to people.
Exactly.
Hence why if I know that I've done this to get something, and I know that somebody else did the same thing to get something, and the other person knows the other person, and let's just say it's like 10 people.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
I think that's
And then-
what should happen.
And then I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go to the front first and say this. But we have instances where I'll be the only one to say, and then the others are just like, no,
Exactly.
actually, I'll just sit this one out.
Look at everyone who's ever spoken up.
Who are they now?
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. We're about to close. So I want to talk about your brand. I see T-shirts. I see a whole lot of things on social media. What's the name of your brand, and how's that business going for you?
The name of the brand is Billion.
Billion. Big shout out. Big shout out.
Manifest.
I'm glad you got that. It was, I started it, I was manifesting actually. You know, so I was in my back room and broke as fuck, really. You know, and I'm listening to, what do you call these things where they take a book and then they make a video out of it? What do you call it? What do they call those?
Audiobooks.
Yeah, type
Something
of
like
Audiobooks.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm listening to an audiobook of Think and Grow Rich, right? So they're like, okay, whatever you want, be specific, write it down. I'm writing it down. I want $50, $100 billion. What do I
Cash.
You know what I mean? I'm writing it down and I'm like, yeah, I like this. And I'm like, they were like, okay, repeat it every day, you know, in the morning, in before you sleep, repeat it. You want this, you want this, you want this. And I'm like, I'm tired of repeating this thing. Why don't my friends just call me Billion one time? You know, so I told my friends, hey, from now on, I'm Billion. And they kept calling me. And I was like, this sounds dope, actually.
Yeah.
Let me start a brand. And that's how it came about because I'm in love with fashion. So, yeah, that's how it came about.
Dope.
But is it
Yeah.
working, you know, advantage? Is the money good there?
Clothes. Yeah, there's money there. Actually, no, let me rather not say. But yeah, there's a lot of money there. There's a lot of money, but I'm a growing brand, so it's a growing brand. So it's been a year. It's been a year since I started the brand, and it's pushing.
That's pushing.
It's meant to be a designer brand, but currently it's essentials.
It
That's what
makes
I have,
sense.
Yeah.
And they'll get
So
there.
eventually, yeah, it's gonna be a designer brand.
You're doing a whole lot of things: modeling, acting, music, the brand as well. How's the money in the industry for you?
Hey. So far.
You can even give me a figure.
Range.
I have a figure.
So the thing is,
now
what,
let me
yeah?
tell you something, guys. Ne?
Yeah.
If I have 1 million in my account, I'm gonna tell you, I have 1 million in my account.
But lawyer,
I'm not gonna shy away from the fact that I've worked extremely harder to get 1 million into my bank account.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right, back to you, Chief.
So the thing is, I'm not there yet. You know what I mean? I'm not there yet. I feel like there's a lot of money in the industry, but you need to be there. And now there's gatekeepers, so that's the problem. But I feel like at where I'm at, I just have enough to push, to keep pushing.
It
Yeah.
makes sense.
That's what I have. I have enough to keep pushing.
In the next 5 years, what do you want for yourself in the industry?
I want to be that guy that puts on everyone that has talent.
Big shout out. I think I vala.
Now-
That's a beautiful answer.
Before
there.
Zivala, right? The big question that goes out to the people out there who
Yeah.
have to make an impression. Do they have the leeway to start making impressions, or do they have to hold their horses because somebody already made an impression?
The question is, are you dating?
That is the question.
You guys are gonna get me into trouble.
Sip.
You're gonna get yourself into trouble. We just asked the question.
We just asked the question.
Am I dating? Hey guys, I'd rather not say, man.
Okay, so it's a yes. Amazing. So how long has it been?
No, it's not a yes. It's not a yes, but I'd rather not say.
Complicated.
Yeah, I'm in a situation where, I'm still trying to
Still
get
figuring
to,
out.
yeah.
But does the situation allow other people to knock?
Other people to knock.
Yeah.
Hey, people knock all the, people don't care.
I know.
Don't.
People don't care whether they see you with your girl today. When you abona mo kapuchero wako and that's the corner.
Yeah.
When you come back, they're like, hey, uyangibona.
Yeah, well,
that's people for you. You get what I mean? So people don't care.
Nice way to dodge the question.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So it is complicated.
in closing pictures, let's start with you.
Big shout out to you. I hope when every kid watches this, they know, especially kids from the hood,
Yeah.
it's possible. You just
True.
need to lock in, right? And one thing that stood out for me is that you sound like a go-getter. The fact that you're like, this is where I want to be. What do I have to do on it? I love that. I loved people who educate and share themselves. So please. You see, when you said you want to be the guy who puts talented people on,
Yeah.
please don't shy away from that. We need a
Don't.
lot of people like you.
Be a game changer.
Be a game changer.
Big shout
like,
out.
for real.
Big shout out.
Nah,
Big shout
that's
out.
dope. That's dope. Bro.
Thank you.
That's dope.
Man, from my side, right, doing a research, I went through your profiles across all the social media platforms that you can possibly think about. And I'm going to echo what she said, right? You are super talented and the ball is in your court. I need you to take control and make sure that every little opportunity that comes your way, you nail it and you are destined for greater things. All the best of luck.
Thank you, man.
Big shout out.
Shit.
Listen, from my end, like you said, you're all about being impressed, right? But during this interview, you made an impression without even realizing that you're doing that, you know? And that's one thing I appreciate because right now, what I'm looking forward to is just pure anticipation, you know? For the mere fact that you do so many things, but the fashion world, on the other hand, you know, that's like the one thing that a lot of people think they can do, but I don't think they understand why they're doing it. And you sound like somebody who knows what they're doing because, like you're saying, right now it's just essentials. And then in future it's going to be luxury. So it proves to show that you thoroughly thought about this through. And I cannot wait to see what you got in store for people.
Hey, man.
Yes, sir.
Shout out.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you, guys.
You know the drill. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate you watching, by the way.
Trendsetter.
We appreciate you watching. Right. See you next week, innit?
We are out of here. Big shout out.
Goodbye.
Out of here.